All right, we are back online. Okay, let's see. Audio seems to be working. Audio. We're back. All right, so what are we doing today? We got that Tactician that we're leveling. We're in Act 3 Cruel, so we're getting ready to end the campaign and get into maps. Build is going pretty well. We've also got this Bleed Ritualist in maps. Been working on the build a bit, doing different things, making changes. So before we get into the leveling, I think we're gonna do a few maps and kind of just go over what's been updated on the Bleed Ritualist. So let's maybe start with a little bit of POB, I think. Obvious, welcome back. So yeah, let's open up POB, I think. Probably the best way to discuss. Hey. Alright, so been looking at the tree, trying to min-max a little more, using the power report that Bobby has shared with us yesterday. And really, so what's interesting is 1,000 cuts. Enemies you apply incision to take 2% increased physical damage per incision. I was running this, but I decided to drop it. It seems like it would be good. So the power report right now is showing 0. And that's because I've taken off incision stacks. Let's see. If I raise this, I mean, we're at 28,000 full DPS with this 95 build here. This is pretty big damage. Well, all right. Yeah, it's not scaling because I don't have the... Let's do this. There we go. Go back to calcs here, or configuration. So you can see that with every stack, it's like, boom, 5,000, 1,000, 2,000, like it's just... All right, I don't know why the first stack is worth so much. Why would that be? Anyways, first stack is worth 34, is that? Why would that happen? I'm confused about that. Let's see here. But before I try to solve that mystery, the thing to understand here is the way incision works and what it does. So let's go in game and look at that real quick. Nice. Good work. Yeah, we've got the guild online, and we are sharing in the profits. It's going pretty well. I like it. I'm enjoying it a lot. So, I just immediately went to stash for some reason. Incision. Debuff, which causes the affected target to gain increasingly higher chance to be inflicted with bleeding when hit. All incision stacks are removed when bleeding is inflicted. Each stack of incision applies 10% chance to be inflicted with bleeding. When hit, a maximum of 10 incision stacks can be present on a target at once. Then we get magnitude for incision. Enemies you apply incision to take 2% increased physical damage per incision, 1,000 cuts. So it looks like this would be great. There's a bit of a nuance here. 20% chance to apply incision, increased magnitude of bleeding you inflict against enemies affected by incision. Well, anyways, the nuance is that anytime you apply bleeding, you remove all stacks of incision. And with the rake build, I mean, we're basically applying incision like every single hit, or we're applying bleed every single hit. Does that show up on the tooltip here? Let's just look at Spearfield. Okay, so 30% chance on every single spear, and they're walking over a bunch of spears. Let's see. Even the explosive spear here, let's see. So we throw 30% on hit, so I guess that's across the board. Except for rake is 100%. So overall, every time we rake, we're removing incision guaranteed. And then every single time an enemy touches one spear on spear field, it's a 30% chance to apply bleeding and remove the incision. Like, our chance to apply bleeding over the course of the fight is pretty strong. Pretty strong. So we're never really stacking those incision stacks. Let's go back to that POB though. Okay, so yeah, that's why the first stack is worth so much, because of these nodes. Interesting. I just can't really tell if it's good or bad to go into the incision, because I know that we're just constantly reapplying, so we're hovering around 1 to 2 incision essentially. It keeps just resetting. So we're gonna have the magnitude from these nodes all the time. And we'll probably have like 2 to 6% increased physical damage, and it constantly go up and down basically. Interesting. So let's see here. I mean, if we remove this 28,000 configuration, so this should not matter. Oh yeah, so it goes away. We're at 92. I'm at 28,000 DPS, ignoring incision. Instead of getting incision, went after heavy weaponry, which is a pretty good notable, and then bleeding over here. So just chance, and then magnitude, increased damage against bleeding enemies, and then bleeding you inflict is 10% faster. So this whole node is worth, like, this notable is unallocating this would be 1,000 bleed DPS. Okay, getting rid of all of them, 4,000-ish. So let's remove that. And then if we go instead, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, probably 9-ish investment. 4 here, 3 here, so 8-ish. One stack of bleeding. Okay. POB is telling us that we should still do incision. Like, even though it's not great for the build, POB is telling us it's still worth it, which is interesting. So what level? This is 93. Now let's see here. We're at 30,000. If I get rid of these, and then go over here, we're at 30,000 again, basically. 31, 32. So it's better to go that direction. Interesting. Yeah. Oh, trust me, I've been doing a lot of in-game testing. Welcome back. But it seems to me like even having one stack that constantly gets refreshed is worth more damage than most things we can do at this point. The other option, if we remove this and removed this, and we go over here for more crit. 95, 33. That's a 98 build. This is chance. Chance. Probably get rid of... Where are we at with chance anyways? 23. Probably get rid of bonus. I guess we get rid of chance. Why would... Okay, 400. So we'd go over bonus. So that's a 97 build. You'd probably have to skip a chance here. That's worth 1,000 DPS. But probably the node that we would remove for a 95 build. This is worth like almost 2,000. It's a pretty strong one, so we do that. All right, so let's write this down real quick. With this notional 95 build, we're at 35. We skip the incision. We go for more crit. Okay. 34. 34K option 1 or A or something. Yeah, POB. I'm trying to basically trust in POB. This is the incision and the 1,000 cuts thing is very interesting for this build. It doesn't seem like it would be great, but it is pretty strong still. All right, so let's go with option B. We don't go for this bleeding and instead go for incision. Oh, wait, let's undo. Let's make sure with this one, we don't have incision. Yeah, it's red. It doesn't matter. So it's not calculated. All right. Let's go to tree. Let's get rid of this in favor of this. Okay, I need to hide. I'm getting rid of the higher power report right now. It kind of makes it a little slow. But I have been using that quite a bit. So something like this probably. So incision without the bleed over here. Oh, wait. Configuration. Just one stack of incision. We're up at 36. 2,000 DPS more. For option B. And then for option C... Let's get rid of all of this. Go back into the bleeding over here. We've got 2 more points to spend, probably just like some random stuff like this. So option C is at 33. It's actually the lowest right now. So this crit seems to be pretty important over here. Versus the magnitude and everything over here. So let's get rid of that. Yeah, save as. I've been saving a lot, actually. I've got multiple saves of this. Just kind of messing around here, just kind of eyeballing it. Let's see here. The other option, let's maybe go for heavy weaponry. Like, let's stay local instead of traveling out here and traveling out here. Yeah, the power report's still on. Shock. More shock chance, but the issue is we're relying on our pet for that, so it's not that reliable. So in that case, POB is probably lying a little bit. So staying local. Maybe this. Attack speed, it's also kind of lying because we're not spamming any of our stuff. So attack speed, no. Yeah, this here is kind of I don't know what else we would pick up that's local to get to 95. Skill speed is kind of nice, actually. So we'd probably like do this there. But overall, lower 30K, so it doesn't really matter. So far, what this is all telling me is that this crit node over here is pretty important for us to travel that direction. And it's more important to get Incision online rather than get this extra magnitude and other things over here. This is the highest DPS out of the few options. So that's even higher. This node here is pretty strong. Versus if we could get both somehow, we're at 100. Where would we take away? Oh, like maybe this. So this is higher, and it's higher for everything rather than just uniques and rares. Man. I think that's probably the call here. We don't travel out here at all, except for this crit. 99. Ugh. This is actually much lower than 36K. Yeah, we can't really afford to travel all the way out there. Level 96. What was I? Where's the extra point? If we, we really would want to get all three of these nodes, honestly. Oh yeah, these ones. There they are. Okay, 95. There you go. Something happened. Oh, I think I had this for the 96. What else? Anything extra here? I don't think so. So this is probably about as good as I can do. I'm not going to go any further. Let's look at the chat real quick. Yeah. Yes, thanks. No idea how much I've learned. I kind of have an idea. Like, honestly, I can look back. I haven't done it in a while, but if I go back and I can hardly watch my old videos, man. If I go back and watch one of those, it's totally cringe for me. You do know you can make multiple passive trees and compare on the same character in POB? No, I do not know that. I'll have to figure that out. Yeah. I'll have to figure that out. I enjoy kind of just pushing the buttons, I guess, and seeing the up and down effect here. I think this is probably the build. I was ready to get rid of Incision, but thank goodness I really checked into that. This is just one stack, which we are applying pretty easily, is worth 7,000 DPS in this thing. That would have been a total mistake. And then the rest of the stacks, it's not that big a deal anyways. Like, sure, if we get up to 10 somehow, it's 45. One thing is, this is aggravated. Aggravation is huge. Knowing how big that is, like, there's a lot about this bleed build that, even though it's not sheet DPS, over here you have aggravate on any bleeding that's older than 4 seconds. And the way bleed works is when you stack a bleed, like when you make a hit and it causes bleeding, it's there. And the mob will be bleeding. Now you do it again. Whichever bleed is higher is the one that will be calculated for the damage, but they will both be there still. So there's like this constant rotation of bleed going on, and as one falls off, another one's being added. So this deep wounds is kind of interesting. If you can essentially, like, how would this actually play out in a boss fight when you've got multiple bleeds going on and they're rolling off of each other? Is it like way better aggravation in that point? You know, it just kind of depends on which one's the highest damage. So yeah, it's very interesting, this bleed build. There's a lot of little mechanics in the background that you kind of have to work through in your head to kind of understand, well, what would be best? Because honestly, since aggravation is so big, I mean, maybe it is best to actually travel out here, pick these up as a bonus, and hit these. This one is 10% chance to aggravate bleeding on targets you hit. And then I've got this one here, 20% chance to aggravate bleeding on targets you critically hit. And then we've got our helm, which is aggravate bleeding on all targets you critically hit. So I guess that, yeah, we discovered that the other day, actually. This the second part of deep wounds, or perfectly placed knife here, doesn't matter for us as long as we have that helm on. So in our case, every time we crit, we're applying bleed, which is about, right now on my character, 16% of the time. And then that's it right now. I don't know if that's enough aggravation for bosses that are stationary, not moving really. So yeah, I don't know. I'll have to think about this. I'm not quite sure which direction to go here. Aggravate is huge. The first incision is pretty huge too, though. Interesting. All right, so let's get to the game. That's kind of the update. Bottom left of that same bar with the power report. All right, sounds good. I'll have to look at that. So, well, now what do I want to do? I want to actually refund because I left 1,000 cuts for this, but POB is saying that was a mistake. But that aggravate, man.
First you don't succeed.
What is it?
This is rough. It's pretty rough. Can I have to do like this?
But first,
Oops, gotta get that one. And I wonder if we go for an inevitable rupture, knowing that if somebody gets 10% stacks, it's pretty strong. We have to get these though. And we got 3 more. Yeah. I think we do it. Then from there, it was really telling us to travel out here and get the crit. I think that's what we're gonna do. Shit, I probably have major issues now. What's broken? Nothing? Wow, that's insane. How did that happen? I'm used to everything breaking when I do that. Okay.
Don't succeed.
Let's run a map. We got our new weapon on. That's the big update. I have not corrupted. I'm holding off on corruption for now. I'm a little scared, actually, on this character. Very, very dependent on gear. Yeah, this is a huge increase. Where's my old spear at? Here it is. So, sheet DPS over here. 3,385, bleeding up to 2,500, 1,700, almost 1,000. Wow, that's crazy. Almost 1,000 on bleed itself, and then almost 1,000 on the use. So yeah, huge difference here. One thing I saw in POB is that if we stack Venopuncture on all 3 slots, it is pretty strong, actually, for the bleed build. So part of the going the distance here might be getting all resistances and everything without using the rings in order to stack this. We will see. That's kind of steep. All right, let's run a map. So where are we at? I am doing 7s now. Do we have a 7? I guess I gotta buy some.
Go on.
What? I ran 7s. How come he's not selling me 7s? Dang it. Guess I gotta...
Of course.
Huh, that's weird. Let's just do this one. We'll do a boss. Oh, hey. Guess I was about to do a boss. Yeah, I mean, this is a 7. Let's run a 7 then and get an 8, I guess. The second highest? Oh, I thought it was the highest. All right, so we need to run an 8 to get 7s. Whoa. Do I have temporal change? Oh my god. Yeah, I do. I didn't realize this had temporal change. Chains. God, we are slow. Yeah, oh man, dude. This feels so bad. I need to get better boots. Ugh.
A worthy foe.
It's like slow motion, man. My character's already really plays slow, like big slow hits. Temporal chains on this guy really sucks. Let's just get out of this map as quickly as possible here. No distractions. Oh god. No. Everything dies. Dude, I do not care about this wisp. Is anyone actually, improving their wisp on the Atlas? Like, is anyone doing that? So that's what that means. I guess, did it just disappear because it didn't find a rare? I didn't realize that.
From the earth.
So I'm interested to see how far this this current build iteration can push. Good lord, though, this is slow. Let's do this guy. It looks like we go up and then to the left. And we got a boss to do. Get to see the boss damage. Yeah, I would not bother with the wisps either. Seems pretty lame right now.
You're mine.
I'm not running temporal chains again until I get better boots. Wow. I almost ate that. But still, even with boots, again, like all of my skills are pretty slow. I've got no real attack speed, skill speed, or nothing. Can we hit this guy or what? There he goes. All right, so why is he not exploding? Are we? All right, so I've got Herald of Blood on. What's going on there? Are they immune to explosions or something? Just about everything should explode. There we go. Well, one big key about this build is coming in at range, because Rake has a damage increase based on how far you were from the target when you swung. Or the distance traveled, I guess. So you definitely want to travel with Rake. You don't want to hit it up close at all. It makes a huge difference. And that's why disengage is so important. Oh, man. I wonder if there's a way for me to... Oh, the other update I made is we've got our companion back. I got rid of attrition. I don't like it. This requires... Like, it's the opposite of what I want to do. Attrition is more attack power against uniques and rares for, you know, for every 2 seconds that they've been in your presence. The goal is to not have enemies in my presence for that long, honestly. And then the bleed, I doubt, would be impacted by that. You know, so if I apply bleed, it's not like that bleed is scaling every 2 seconds. I highly doubt. We'd have to reapply it. Oh, you had regen? I didn't even look. Didn't even read the... Oh my god. Let's just back into this corner. And trust. Trust in the DPS.
A worthy foe. This is what I get for freeing you.
I really need disengage, honestly. I gotta figure out how to fit that in this build, man. It's a lot more noticeable when you got temporal chains on. Alright, so let's find this boss. Because I can't just easily roll back, I guess. Is this the boss or is this a unique? Oh, it's a rogue. And she's killing me. Oh, she's using some pots. Oh man, she's got some cool abilities.
Is the only cure.
Is she gonna get away or is she gonna bleed out? Oh my god. God. I blame temporal chains, honestly. She's still around. Why is she still around? They're supposed to pour it out, right?
I'll not make the journey home like that.
I don't know who won that fight. Guess I did? Eventually. Is there a way to do this? Yeah. It's corrupted too. Let's just get rid of this thing. Alright, who's killing me? I'll slip a knife into the sweet spot, I guess. Slowly bleed that mob out. Yeah, why didn't she TP? I don't know. That was weird. Alright, so this is the boss. Which one is it? Oh. It's gonna be hard to avoid this big slam. Temporal chains on. Ugh. See, Rake is awkward sometimes. It'll just straight up miss. Here we go. Why? Like, why can't it do that every time? It's so annoying. This boss in particular, the big ones, there's issues with the hitbox and stuff. Alright, he's dead. I mean, it's kind of easy going. You just swing and bleed. Swing and bleed. Okay. Get rid of this. I don't know why I have it. Let's do another map without temporal chains. That was so annoying.
A sight of us all.
Hope for some boots.
Yes.
So, man, this one has 3 charm slots. Is that, like, big time now? Does that really matter that much? Guess it does. I don't recall exactly the changes to charms themselves. If there were any major changes to charms themselves, I can't recall. Well, I'll have to look at that. So this sucks. Guess we'll stash this. Alright, I'm just gonna dump everything now. I cleaned out the dump, so might as well use it. I don't really see anything worth crafting right now. So the level 8 that we got is pretty juiced up. Enfeeble, temporal chains. Ugh. Do a 7 then. Okay. Let's do another boss, try to get some 8s. So where is a boss? It's like there's one here. I'd have to go this way. Let's do this. Yeah, that would not be fun. That map. Opposite of fun.
stand in one place too long, and the mud won't let me go.
Okay, let's try again. Oh man, that feels good. Even what is my movement speed anyways? Oops. Great.
Bleed out!
14. Yeah, we need to work on that. That's one thing about this bleed character is like movement speed nodes, attack speed, even defensive nodes. I mean, I have to pour everything into the bleed. Everything. Yeah, I like having the companion back. It's nice to just get a more frequent benefit from a pretty hefty spirit cost. 60 spirit for attrition, and I just don't think it's worth it. So I have been doing a lot more expedition these days, stacking up that currency for the recombination. I've only done like maybe 3 recombos and I have not actually hit. But I'm starting to realize that you really need to be thinking about it and stashing things that are targeted for recombo. So let's see. Let's do this one. This one.
Seems risky.
This group. This group. This one.
Detonation time.
This ought to stir things up. The hunt is on! Now for the reward.
Well, that was lackluster on the loot. Can you cause bleeding with Wind Dancer? Yes. Yes, you can. Hi, Kana. Yes, we're mapping a little bit, and then we will get into the alt character, the Tactician. We gotta think of a name for that build, but basically I'm calling it Pinning Lightning Strike, or Pinning Lightning Spear. I guess that works. T4 plus Nexuses, yes. And this is a T7. I guess I'll go this way around, and then around there. Overall, like the biggest improvement I could possibly make to this build right now is get disengage back. But we got to look at the skills. I just don't see that it's possible, honestly. I'm using everything else. I'd have to get rid of a spirit.
More coming out of the water.
I'm finding mapping to be enjoyable. I like the update and the changes. I could see myself doing this, like, if I didn't have the alt character, man. It's pretty fun. It's enjoyable. And then there's at least more, like, direction and aim. Like, you got goals now. Clear the Nexus stuff. And then as far as this character goes and how that's playing, I am enjoying the way this plays. Just trying to figure out how best to scale this thing, and I am curious how far we can go right now. Like, where's the wall right now? I'm not sure. Ow.
Take this.
I didn't say that. Direction. I wonder if my audio like cut out for a second on the mic. I'm kind of far away from the mic. Need to get closer. Yeah, the closed captioning for my build guide. YouTube, you will automatically do closed captioning. You cannot turn that off. They do it no matter what. And then it's up to, and I think viewers, like you're automatically going to have closed captions unless you turn that option off. So yeah. And then the closed captions come out and they're just like totally off. It's pretty hilarious most times. Yeah. I think I have the I don't know actually. I think I turned the option off as well. I can't even remember though. But yeah, we got to get the next build guide out for the alt character. I think that's going to be a fun one to put out. And then I got to update and put out the end game version for this build, which I'm still working on, obviously. Still tweaking it and making changes. But not bad. It wasn't difficult really to get to this point. I will say that I did purchase a couple things. Like, I think I've spent 4 Exalt total on this guy. Pretty sure. And it's, so, I mean, it's just to accelerate things because I gotta go a little faster than an SSF. But this is definitely SSF doable. Nothing special here. I'm not even corrupted or anything. Will say though, this spear is pretty sick. 158 to 300 physical damage. It's got a T6 roll on the, oh no, T4 roll on the percentage and a T7 to flat. The key is to get both percentage and flat physical damage as high as possible. Everything else is just whatever. Crit chance would be great, actually. That's the one thing this thing is missing. And like crit chance, crit bonus, like. That would be a hell of a spear right there for this character. The Ritualist Ring jewelry boost isn't bad. Honestly, I'm kind of like I'm gonna relook at that a little bit. But I was playing around in Path of Building earlier, and I removed like the 3rd ring, removed the 25%. It's all right, but. Man, I'm gonna have to respec this into Amazon just to see the Amazon version of this. I just feel like that crit chance is so huge. I don't know, man. It's sad that 3 rings and 25% better percentage. That should be really good, right? But I don't know if it is. Compared to just stacking accuracy for 60% crit chance or however high people are getting.
Have enough in my pack already.
What can I drop? Let's just drop this. Where are we? Over here. Ring, jewel, attribute stacking ritualist.
Take this.
Yeah, I don't know. So attribute stacking with pillar, maybe? Like to what ends are you attribute stacking?
Pack's full. Fortune favors the bold.
What happened? Did something drop? Something bled out, I think, and dropped over here. Huh. I have no idea what happened. She just started saying, like, as if something cool dropped. There we go. Look at it. Look at that rare just bleed out.
Bleed to dry. I've enough in my pack.
All right. Map complete. Let's get out of here. Yeah, let's just look at the gear real quick. Kind of do a little. So yeah, the spear we looked at, the unique that is probably mandatory at this point, I feel, is the Smiling Knight Helm. Aggravate bleeding on targets you critically hit with attacks. This is worth about 1 exalt. So pretty cheap. 23% increased critical hit chance, which is nice as well. Not bad on the armor evasion, you know. It's not terrible wearing this helm, I guess. So yeah. Then Veno Puncture, I don't think it's like mandatory, but this thing provides quite a bit of DPS for the bleed build. It's got magnitude of bleeding plus the flat physical damage that is pretty decent. Some strength. It's an overall good ring. We counteract the chill with a staunching charm, and we've got this one, which is pretty cool. And then the rings. So yeah, this is what I let's see. I purchased this one. I crafted this one, and then I dropped this one naturally, and then I purchased this chest piece. So overall, this ring, this chest, this weapon, and this helm is what I purchased for the build on the cheap. Or not. It's this physical ring that I purchased. But anyway, so 10% chaos resistance plus fire and lightning plus all elemental resistance. Like, this thing rolled like crazy. And then 20% rarity, and then it had the flat physical at a T5 roll, which is great for us. Could be higher, but overall, this ring brings a lot to the table. And then the iron rings are pretty nice on this build, especially if you can get something like a T7 to T9 roll on the flat physical there. And then this has a really good roll on the lightning resist. Then we got Veno Puncture. And then the chest just needed basically resistance on it. And then high evasion. All right, so the gloves you want flat physical on those as well. T5 roll on this one. That's key. What I'm missing here and how we would like continue to build this out, crit chance and crit bonus. We'd have to start replacing pieces to get more of that because we can't stack the accuracy for the crit. Then boots, I really want like 30% movement speed here, but these are serviceable. And then this brings more chaos resistance and 1% to maximum chaos resistance, which is strange. Oh, and I forgot this. Just basically filling out the resistances. So on the sheet, we're overcapped on resistances and we're at 40% on chaos. So overall, pretty strong defensively. Our evasion's kind of low. Armor's fine for us. And I've got no energy shield, which is odd for most people. But for me, I'm not dying yet. We'll see if we need to make a switch. We'll see. That's the gear. And then I really would like to get disengage on the bar, but the companion is bringing added physical damage aura plus shocked ground. We have no other way of getting shock, so that's huge. It's like it's a big deal. If I go to POB, we could look at it, but Wind Dancer. Let's turn it off. 33 provides that extra layer when it's activated, brings us to 43%, so 10% higher. Just feel like it's pretty much necessary. Herald of Blood is absolutely necessary. And then Combat Frenzy, in my opinion, is the only optional. The two optional here, I think, are Companion and Combat Frenzy. But would we really remove either of those for Disengage? Spearfield is mandatory. Bloodhound's Mark, mandatory. Explosive Spear, mandatory. Blood Hunt. Like, there's no room. So I mean, we just play a little slower. We're not doing the dive in, dive out stuff. Obvious has not gotten a 35% movement speed. Yeah, I don't even, like, ask for 35%. 30% would be good. But you know what? I might have boots. Yeah, so maybe the answer is just to craft here. Let's do it. So if we take this off, cold is suffering. These, I saw some somewhere. These are armor. Maybe we roll these. Let's clean up this real quick and maybe roll on some boots. As you can tell, I've not really been crafting much.
Yes.
What is this thing? So a leveling mace. Huh. Not bad, actually. Might have to use that. Okay.
Yes. Find more breach remnants for my.
What is this? This is an actual implicit? Holy shit. Let's roll this thing.
Find more breach remnants for my research.
Yeah, pretty sure we missed on that.
We need to create a complete. Select more otherworldly remnants.
Alright, guys. Getting the artifacts. That's nice. So, what was I going to do? Boots. 71. 67. That's 20%. This is 25%. Level 76 item level. Let's look at those. I guess those are all I got. Then let's look at guild stash real quick. Okay. Alright. Oh, yeah, dump. Let's see. Ooh. Man, everything else that rolled on these are pretty meh. But we will roll. Ooh. Oh, cold resistance right here. I might not have to do shit. Nice. I like when I don't have to do anything. Let's roll on a couple of these just to see though. let's take that. Excuse me. All right, so what do we got? We're gonna need these 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, wow. T8 max life. Roll on that. Those are nice. Okay. What happened? T1, T2 max life. Not so nice. I'm not rolling anymore on these. This is just bad. This is the one we're gonna wear. Okay, let's roll on this. Oh wow, what? T5, no, T7 on the max life. Regen, max mana. They're okay. But I think we got our boots right here. We lose strength, that might become an issue. Okay. We'll put the rest back in the guild stash just in case. These are bad. I'm gonna leave them there for a day and then destroy them. What level is this? Oh, 76. Oh wait, those are the ones. Wait, where are the ones? Shit. These ones. Okay. And then I guess we could put these in here as well. What level is this? Requires 59. Might just be what I use on my alt that's about to hit. I think he is like 58, 59. We'll maybe ship those over there. All right, so our cold is fine almost. Let's pull rune out. Probably don't need a great one. Just do a normal. Even a lesser, really. We'll do a normal. Cold. Lesser glacial rune right there. Okay. So now we're faster. That's nice. Let's do a map. See how that feels. Check chat real quick. Yeah, those were some junk rolls. Expedition crafting, yeah, a little bit. I've recomboed like 3 things basically, but this tab is full of things that I was kind of looking at, maybe trying to recombo. Just haven't really gotten to the point where I don't know. I'm kind of in the grinding farming stage right now, if that makes sense. Oh, so shocked. Stacking against shocked ground. Interesting. Yes, thank you, Eth. You've been amazing at building out the guild stash. But yeah, you guys are awesome. I know a lot. I know that you've been basically hustling, and a lot of this is stuff that you've dumped. But yeah, we'll get back in and do some group maps and continue the journey there. Maps. Where are we? 5, 6, 7, 8's. Nothing. Oh man, I'm gonna run a juiced 8 to get to the next level, I think.
Time is of the essence.
So what do we have? Ignited ground. Bleed on hit, temporal chains, enfeeble. I mean, I guess this is it. Another temporal chains and enfeeble, but I want to do an 8, so we're doing it. And that way we'll hopefully drop some 8s. Let's do an expedition. Two portals. Can we do it? I don't know, actually. This is the highest map I've attempted, and it's kind of juiced. But we are moving faster than that other map
Watch us.
now that we have better boots. %20 this time. I think it was 17% last time. On oh, that's enfeeble. Okay, yeah, 17% on temporal. Hey there. I feel like I'm missing this guy a lot. Here we go. Using ROG to generate new gear. I gotta look at that. I don't know. I've never used ROG. Is it Rog or ROG? Not bad. I mean, T8, and we haven't really experienced any major issues here in maps so far. So I'm curious how far we can just go at this point. Damage, I can tell, is a little slower, I think. There's a little bit of a setup involved with this build. But yeah, damage is definitely slower. So like if I were actually farming, I would not do 8s. I'd probably be at 7 or 6 right now. It's interesting how that works out because I'm at level 78 and man, like the experience gain slows way down in maps in this game because you're just unable to kill things quickly enough at the level that you are at, which is kind of different from what I'm experienced to, I guess. I don't know. Stellar Amulet. Tearstone 8. Waystone. So yeah, I gotta look at the vendors, I guess, for the expedition. You know what this game's kind of missing, I think, with gear? But I don't know if it's a good or bad thing, honestly. But green gear, set gear. I guess the issue with sets is that I mean, if you look at Diablo 3 and probably like Diablo 4 these days, actually, I don't think Diablo 4 is really big into sets, is it? But in D3, essentially, almost all the builds evolved around set gear pieces. And so you were trying to collect the sets. Got stronger. I don't know if that's a good direction or not, but it's definitely missing from this game for whatever reason. So I got to remember to throw my spear every 8 seconds or so. It actually empowers my rake. It's kind of a big deal.
A clean kill.
So I know they made changes to the light stun. I think I probably talked about it yesterday, but basically I don't think that they improved that enough. I still think that there's a lot more, too much light stunning going on in this game, even after the change. I don't know what would be. Oh wow, I was just gonna say, what is worse, getting light stunned, stun locked to death, or just getting deleted to death? I don't know. So basically, should mobs be able to do things like light stun to make it more difficult, or should they just basically delete you?
The thrill of the hunt.
Or neither? Eventually, you push a map too far and you should just get deleted. But like the content that you can run, when I was in Diablo playing D3, I haven't really gotten to the point in this game, and it plays differently, but in D3, I remember essentially if you got touched, you died when you were pushing maps. Like if you were at your threshold for, I forget what they were called, but for the end game content, you could not be even touched. Like you would die. That's it. I don't know if that's better. I don't think so. I kind of like the feel of this. Even with the light stunning, I think I like this more. Yeah, I think I like this more. This is more engaging, I think. Man, I'm in bad position. I just kept on rolling. I'm not killing things like I normally do. This is a bit harder, this T8, so usually they would have all died. I would have been fine. I guess I was fine, but even D2 on hell difficulty with immune elemental of monster and immune to physical was rougher than PoE2 currently. Yeah, I think D2 is probably overall a more difficult game. Had its issues with that immune stuff. Being completely immune to what you were trying to do is not fun.
A clean kill. Bleed to dry.
Yeah, greater rifts. So that's what they were called. So yeah, when you were in your upper limits for greater rifts, you were running and just deleting everything. And if you didn't delete everything, it would delete you. That's all there was to it. I'm not sure how this game scales. I guess I experienced it last league, right? I was in T15? I don't know. Overall, it does not play anything like D3 did. There's still sort of a more dynamic, methodical type of playstyle here going on. I kind of like an ARPG where defensives seem to matter. Like you can actually have staying power at the end game. All right, so this is Tujin. Yeah, I guess you have to do it at the camp. Okay, we'll do cold damage. We'll do this one. Oh, wait. I do fire damage. Shit.
Itching for me to lose another limb, are ya?
I forget about that sometimes. Okay. Yes.
Let's see what shakes loose.
Whoops, I'm standing in an explosion. I don't want to do that.
The dirt with ya.
Okay, we got some sort of rare doing some rare things. The rares out of the expedition come out with some crazy shit. I don't know. Oh my god! That was pretty good. That's like one of the best deaths I've ever had, actually. That was pretty cool. I got frozen and then obliterated by a mortar shot. Okay. I was just saying how the rares come out of there and do some crazy shit. Yes. Like, why? What is it about expedition rares where they come out with abilities you've never seen ever?
Nowhere safe. Proof of my prowess.
Not on
cleared
my
about.
watch.
That's amazing. All my blood and fire took care of everything while I died, and then it was just them two. And the rare that killed me probably casted that and was dead already. It was payback. The rune caster. Bobbius went back and rewatched it. Yeah, that was a good one. I'm sitting there frozen and I'm like, this isn't good. And I was really thinking that the guy with the crossbow is gonna just blast me in the face. He misses, I think, and then I get mortared. All right, let's get out of here. I'm gonna do this guy first and then come around, I think. What a great change, adding the rares to the map. Overall, the changes that they've been making, I think they're all pretty damn good, actually. It's rare. What's so weird is I'll read the patch notes, and it's rare that I read something that boggles my mind, and I'm like thinking it's really dumb or anything like that. However, the big exception, the big exception to that is the actual 0.2.0 release notes. Now, when I was reading it, it's like, all right, I was accepting the fact that there were a bunch of nerfs coming. That's what they said they were going to do. But overall, like, looking back on it, other than the fact that they nerfed everything to the ground, I don't remember seeing a whole bunch that I was like really perplexed about, other than the fact that it seemed like we were all getting nerfed to the ground. That was it. Like, all right, that's the decision they've made. Let's see how this plays out. It turns out it played out pretty bad. I guess the other thing about all that was the timing of the release for the patch notes and the fact that the patch notes were not complete, making the patch release and the first day of gameplay like epic. Actually, looking back on it, how everybody just got smashed. How close was that release to April 1st? It was like April 4th or something, wasn't it? I think they literally pranked us. Yeah. That was a pretty that was like probably a interesting birthday present. At first you thought it was really good. Like, dang, this is the coolest birthday ever. And then as the day wore on, you probably were like, what the hell is going on? It's supposed to be my birthday. I didn't sign up for this.
Something a wound. Hand bent double as is.
Gary, welcome back to chat. Hope you're doing well.
I'm bent double as is.
Okay, one more rare down there, I guess. Oh god. We're in the thick of it here. We kind of like being in the thick of it, though. It's pretty nice. Surprisingly, this character feels tanky right now, and I'm not sure why. I guess we don't feel squishy is all.
The thrill of the hunt. That was almost a challenge.
All right, so that's it, right? Oh wait, no. Shit. How did I miss that? Interesting. Okay, we'll run a couple more maps,
Death away.
and then we're gonna hop over to the pinning lightning spear tactician. Man, I didn't even really do anything. That dude bled out. Sliced him once.
I'll not make the journey home like that.
I'm pretty full, I guess, huh? We need that map, though. What do I drop? Guess maybe Regal Shards. Let's actually just check something. Like this one. Cold damage and cold resistance. This is... eh. Nice, you got a suffering. Have you anointed already, F? I'm still trying to. I actually went through Guild Stash and combined the distilled emotions to try to reach the tiers I need for any sort of good anoint. It's amazing how difficult it is to find a good anoint. I looked through 30 different things and could not do any of them. If you need the anoint, or if you need it for an anoint, do it. For reals, don't hold off on something you can improve for my sake. All right. Let's see here. Stash. I need to just dump, right? Dump everything. That's the method now. That's what the cool kids do. Cool. Need more of these, probably. The trouble is if I have more of these, I'd never clean them. And then I'd end up having like 7 of these full. All right. The currency exchanger. More than the what's it called? Do you think exchanging... I mean...
Hello.
Yeah, I could just buy with exalts, I guess. I was kind of trying to refrain from that. But yeah, our targets... The one that would be really good... Can't remember. This one? No. Yeah, I don't want to look for it. I'd have to go back into POB. Let's just check real quick. Lasting trauma. Seems to be huge. 30% increased magnitude of ailments, 20% increased duration of damaging ailments on enemies. So suffering, paranoia, envy. We still don't have paranoia. But anyways, I checked all of these. Throw Seeker, greed, envy, isolation, critical damage bonus, and then a reduced hit chance, critical hit chance. I'm not sure how I feel about that one. Blood tearing is also a big one, right? Magnitude and physical damage. Greed, despair. Despair we don't have. Isolation I don't think we have. So yeah, and I went down the list, and there's not one of these that don't cost some coin. Very expensive. These distilled ingredients, distilled emotions. Yeah, I know it does outweigh it. Just POB is telling me that. But dang, man. I feel like our crit is just a little too low right now. 16%. So we finished that one, right? Maps. Let's see what he's selling now. 7s. So that's kind of where we're at, I think. And the energy shield one would suck for us, but now it's all good. All right, so I've kind of just been meandering around here. Where the hell should I go? I don't see a corrupted zone. I feel like you should be able to zoom out a little bit more. What the hell's up with this? Jeez. This can get pretty awkward for people who have been mapping the hell out of this atlas or whatever. So I guess we stick around where we're at. Maybe hit this tower. We'll go towards this tower. I'm not sure what this thing is. A water zone. Oh god, is that gonna screw up the map? Let's do this one instead. Oh, it's a hideout. Let's just hope that... Ooh, this looks pretty good, actually. Val Foundry. What is this symbol? A unique map? Holy shit. Okay, let's go. Reboo! What's up? Yeah, I guess bookmarks, huh? Maybe I should test that out. I just feel like you should be able to zoom out a little bit. That seems awkward.
Spirit's breath. Reckon there's enough coin here to drown in.
Okay. Where are we? I like it so far. Okay. Actual treasure. 2,000 gold right here? Alright, hold ups. I'm at 386 right now. Let's see what happens here. Oh, is that it? Find and use the rotten satchel charge. I think I missed gold over on this side, so let's go over there. $1 million gold map? No way. Did you just spoil it for me? That's insane if this is 1 million gold. Actual treasure. I'm not used to that. Shit. I'm stuck. Okay, the game was froze, I think. This is an awkward landing here. I wish I could blink or do anything to get out of this situation. Here we go.
That was almost a
Holy shit, gold is dropping like crazy. Wow. So we're about to make some gold. That's pretty good for me because I've been doing a lot of respecking and I'm planning to do a whole lot of respecking constantly as I'm working on all these different builds. I really like, I'm pretty proud of the fact that I'm wielding this character in T7, T8 right now, because this is the build that I essentially worked on all league start and got it going, and it wasn't easy for me to do that. It was pretty hard, actually. Bleed Ritualist was not like the easy button. If only I had started with a lightning spear in my hand. No, I'm glad I went this direction. Damn. That was a weird animation. I feel like it was frozen, kind of. Maybe this level is having issues because there's too much gold being rendered. Here we go, more gold. Oh, did I hope I hit the other one. Probably need to go verify that real quick. I don't think I touched something over here. Yeah, maybe I did. Okay.
something a wound.
I guess there's a checkpoint at each one. Good to know. So now I should probably go do this rare and get back to that area. Chimera still sucks. Yeah, I agree.
A clean kill.
Is that the rare right there? Let's get him. One thing about Rake is the small AoE. I'd love to use Magnified Effect. Just don't have room for it. Am I using Concentrated Effect even? Might be. So they added an actual treasure map. Isn't there also a map that's literally just a room of treasure? No mobs at all, really? Okay. This looks like a boss area. What is this? Who is this?
None may leave this accursed island.
Got me eye on you.
Discipline.
Uh-oh. I don't know where to go with that. And he's dead. Finally got the aggravate. See, the aggravate... And maybe there's some incision stacks, but basically when it procs pretty hard. Just need to get it to proc more often. That's kind of what I'm trying to work at, but it's hard. It's a lot of investment in aggravate and incision.
Come on.
Yeah, new boss was pretty cool. Did he drop anything?
Challenge.
Was that it? Did I just pick up all the loot? Just want to make sure. Expecting a bunch of gold. Okay. Kill all rares, find a spot on the map to blast it with. Yeah, rotten satchel charge, whatever that means. There's another treasure-bound soul. Went off to the middle. Went into the game in HC and could not find a path forward to get my chaos res to the point where I'd be interested in playing Viper. Interesting. So, Kribu, you made it, like, how far did you actually make it in hardcore? Oh, God. Like, are you at Viper in Act 3? Is that what you're saying? And you don't, and you feel like your Chaos Res is too low to go in and have a good chance?
Something a wound.
Yeah, I gotcha. Okay. Let's see. What build do you have in hardcore right now? Yeah, it might be worth taking doing an alt for a while and getting an alt up there as well, and hoping for some drops. Like it sounds like you got there, maybe on your first character. Stash is pretty light, or even you could maybe farm a little bit on your main in some zone you feel like is safe. But man, God, would hate to die there too, though. You know, it's always a tough call. I usually take I usually have like at least 2 hardcore characters going, if not 3. And if I'm feeling like I don't want to risk my main, I just go on an alt. While doing that, doing it often enough, eventually my stash started looking pretty thick compared to how it would have been if I was just focused on one character at a time, I guess. The green spears, no. Yeah, usually by then I don't have much chaos resistance at all either. It's really hard to get chaos in Act 3 normal. But the fight is rippy, so it's always a interesting one. Okay, where's the satchel at? There seems to be something here. Let's go look on the map. Interesting. Poison's also physical? That's news to me too. I thought it was chaos damage. Alright, so what the hell? Do I have a satchel? I do. Used to excavate buried treasure. So where would that be? So I did all these. They kind of went towards the middle. Let's see what's over here, though. We gotta discover the whole map, I guess.
Soften the wound.
We could go into POB and test that out and just see for certain. Maybe we should do that. Because, yeah, I've been mistaken this whole time. What am I trying to do? I guess I would need a skill gem. Interesting. There's been no loot here at all except for coin. Well, where's this buried treasure? Maybe I'll just hit this thing. Oh, so I have to choose? There's stuff lit it up right here. I don't know. Should I do that? I'm gonna do it. I don't know if I did that right. Seems like it. Okay. Poison is also chaos. Okay, so let's POB this thing. I'm curious, and now that I am using POB, I can't stop. So let's see. How would I do this? I've only been checking offenses. I've never really checked defenses. So calcs. Let's see. I guess I'll have to do this some other time. I gotta study POB a little bit to understand how to actually go in and check defensive stuff like this. Yeah, for another time. I can't actually do this right now. I don't know how. Base damage that's dealt by poison only accounts for the total combined physical and chaos damage in a hit. Okay. Mobalytics. Cool. All right, guys. I think it's time we hop over and do... Well, how much gold did we get? So we got about 300,000 or so. Pretty good. I guess I should spend these points. Strong boxes. Nice. Okay. We're going over to the Tactician here. Overall, I'm happy with where we're at with the Ritualist, but we got to keep pushing. Great. Should probably look at this though. Oh, what? That's where I'm at. Whoa. Man, that's good for us. Holy shit. Level 59, I'm 58. Sweet. We'll put that right there. Something else was 59 on the other character. I don't remember what. Boots. Yeah, that's right, huh? Or 59 boots, yeah. 25. This one. Cool. So let's head into Act 3 and see how this character does in Act 3. We also need to decide what character I'm taking into hardcore. I'm starting to get the itch.
Go on then. I'd like to know who I'm working for.
You're right.
I think it's either this exact build or it's something brand new like the Smith of Katava. And also, I was kind of thinking for the rest of the season for builds in general, maybe try bleed builds on the Tactician or I guess the Mercenary, and then a bleed build on the Warrior. I think those are the only two I'd want to try. Smith of Katava. So I was thinking of actually taking Smith in blind on hardcore instead of doing Trade League with the Smith first. So I think that would be a fun option.
Yes. Yes. Until then.
The beast has grown too powerful.
This is an awkward layout compared to usual. It's so awkward, I'm lost. Like, I honestly don't know where I'm supposed to go. It's never this orientation for me.
Walking, I suppose.
All right, so what am I doing on this guy? Like, switching characters is kind of difficult sometimes.
Right in the eye!
So I'm hurling this thing, right? Yeah, okay, now I remember. That's what we're doing. I totally forgot. Right-clicking. And then left-clicking. I'm liking this build. It's you alternate between left-click and right-click, and that's pretty much it. Alright, I'm gonna die. Oh yeah, I have a Roa. Hell yeah! I forgot about this guy.
Oh, I'm getting swarmed under.
Sweet. Oh my god. I can't use my crossbow. Like if I run into a heavy enemy, this is the way it's gonna play, but if I can't just take this down, then I get down. Okay, I don't know how to get down actually. Huh. I figured I would just use this ability and it would get me down. The hell? Do I have to put it on my bar? Stuart, what's up, man? Do I have to put it on my... Like, how do I actually get down? Disengage? Oh, I can roll. There we go. So you roll off. All right. What the hell? Okay. All right, learning the Roa here. Missing the lightning spear. Getting exploded on by bugs and then standing in poison trying to loot, dying. The Roa is distracting me, guys. Damn it. All right, so now that I'm riding it, is the health... Okay, it regened its health just now, but that probably did not have to do with me riding it. So this build will go on and off the Roa depending on what's going on. We shouldn't really have to get off, like, unless there's a heavy rare, really, or a boss. Yes, I do have excuses from time to time. So, oh, that's not a boss. I thought we were at the boss. And are we just gonna blaze through Act 3 on this thing? It might... Alright, so whenever I get on and off the Roa, it seems like my armor-piercing rounds are not loaded. That's kind of annoying. Okay, let's get back on the Roa. Come on. Oh god. Tried to roll. Okay. So gaining frenzy charges. Basically just blasting maps. Like this character will blast through the wave clear. I mean, I just feel like we're gonna blast through. Act 3 is gonna go pretty fast, I think. We'll see.
A fellow.
Hello there, and good luck.
She's awfully upbeat.
Especially if I'm just dumping things in the stash and not doing anything in town, really. Are we just gonna blast? Alright, let's not ride into Silverfist. The support on my Roa is meat, shield, and loyalty, I think.
Oh, I miss the desert.
Meat, shield, and loyalty. And I'm pinning. Pinning's gonna be really nice on these maps. Where's the rare? Right there. I'm spamming lightning spear a little bit more. Yeah, definitely kind of annoying that that has to be reloaded.
Easy.
What happened to the rare? Did my Roa just eat it? I didn't even really do anything to the rare. Oh shit, I rolled. You cannot roll. That's gonna be hard for me to do. But yeah, overall with the Roa, the one thing that is really kind of annoying is the fact that I gotta reload my rounds every time. So... and it's dead. The doors, yes, I like the doors. Grab a 3 slot or 3 link from the guild stash and put last graps. Okay, we'll look at it. I can outrun Silverfist, probably. No, probably not. Yeah, can we just kite him this time? Around the whole map? Oh. There's somebody.
Not today. I love a challenge.
Where are you?
Did that hurt?
Good.
Bow versus crossbow.
Skewer. Need more time.
He potted. Wonder how they handle health potions, like charges and cooldown or whatever.
Skewer.
This guy's kind of annoying. Pinned, yes. There we go. This is the first time I've done the ranger, I think. Alright. Dead. Gotta look at belts. Belts are improved. We gotta make sure we're picking them up. Oh yeah, leader to Silverfist. I don't think that the mobs actually kill rogue exiles. They don't seem to target them at all, I don't think. I don't know though. Okay.
Piercing shot.
Yeah, I'm undecided whether the Roa is a mainstay for this build or not. Not sure how well this is playing.
Easy.
It'll be interesting to see whether this scales or not with the crossbow and the lightning spear. It's kind of interesting. I don't know. But I'm not sure what else to do for bossing on this guy. Okay, here we go.
Never seen a monkey like that before. Whew, what a rocket!
This is not a great spot.
Down.
This is too much. I'm gonna get caught up on something. Let's get the fuck out of here. Come over here. Okay, don't come over here.
Need a sec.
pinned. Dude, sometimes, fuck. Sometimes I'm clicking, but nothing's happening. It's kind of annoying. I feel like it's clicking on this or something. I don't know. I don't think it's the reload. I think I've gotten accustomed to what that is. Shit. Shit. Oh god. He's pinned. Oh, he's rolling. Great. That was close. Reload does suck. Kind of annoying on a boss like this where you're constantly being interrupted. Alright, it's dead. I don't know how well that went, but he's dead. Jeez. My belt was good, but now it's bad because I can generate max rage from a charm, yeah. Interesting. Kind of feeling the same way. I was seeing the new belts and I was like, well, shit, I need to update. Let's ride. Here we are. Let's see. Let's find the next zone as well. Yeah, bossing is basically machine gun to break armor, get a 20% debuff, and then throw, well, you probably throw your lightning to get the shock maybe, but you're alternating between the shock and the machine gun, or the lightning spear and the machine gun to apply both shock and broken armor. And you're keeping armor broken the entire time by making sure that you're tagging with your armor piercing rounds before the 14 seconds is up. So it's an alternation. And also, if you're pinning, you're building up frenzy charge for a charged up lightning spear. So when you switch off the crossbow, you've got a charged spear a couple times. You also have barrage a couple times, which I wasn't super good about using. So yeah, it's a back and forth. That's the idea. I don't know how well that idea is going to play out. Right now, the Roa is kind of an awkward a little bit because when I roll off, armor piercing rounds is off. And then I have to hit R in order to actually use the armor piercing rounds, which I don't really like that. I'd rather roll off and immediately be machine gunning. Okay, we got the waypoint. Yeah, this guy would probably require even armor piercing rounds, because single target on the lightning spear is really bad. So I was just kind of racking my brain and trying a bunch of things, trying to figure out a way for this pinning tactician to do single target damage that was effective.
Not letting these snakes get in me. Not a chance.
We're just gonna run through this thing. As much as possible, I'm just gonna run and lightning spear and see how it goes. I mean, it just seems like pretty easy, actually. Can I open doors on this thing? Yeah, I can. I can interact with things at least. Oh, I rolled. It's hard not to. But yeah, we're generating frenzy charges off the pins, and the tactician has, so the full idea here, increased pin buildup, and all my projectiles are building pin as well. And then if we really need it, Spearfield has pin support, because Spearfield is a melee, not a range. So pinning to generate the frenzy charges, using them constantly. All right, so here's somewhere. Oh, see? Yeah, get off and... Yeah, I don't like that. That's the one thing I'm not liking right now. But you can see we've got a pretty good debuff on him with the armor broken and then the shock. Reapply. It's a pretty beefy rare.
All in a day's work.
And this scales with physical quite well, so... Hey, not over here. I'm running into a lot of dead ends. We're getting maps now. Game knows what's up. Riding Aroa into the final frontier here. So if I just stay on the Roa, I mean, we can lightning spear down if we want to. Probably just about as fast on a rare, at least. Depending on the rare. You're in my way. Here we go. Oh no, not this guy. Who cares? I'm not up for a hunt. I rolled. Be right back. So yeah, if anybody has like maybe a better idea for single target on this character, and then also thoughts on the Roa in general. Like, is the Roa a good addition? Overall, this character, I believe, needs to stay ranged completely, so I'm not entertaining melee at this point because of how much projectile damage I'm picking up in the tree, leaning into the, you know, the mercenary's position on the tree, really, rather than stretching to do essentially lightning spear build with the elemental blast or whatever. I'd have to look at it. High velocity rounds or shock burst rounds. Yeah, I tried high velocity. Wasn't a huge fan of that. I used armor piercing and high velocity. It was too much on the bar, too much going on for me. I wanted to simplify it. I did try I didn't try Shock Burst though. Welcome, Pika. I did not try Shock Burst. I'll have to look at that. Yeah, Roa is good. Monkeys seemed like more useful. Oh. Yeah, that was on the ritualist. Yeah, the other option instead of a Roa is to actually go into companion, buff physical damage. Well, yeah, physical damage. Wait a second. Yeah, now I would need to really look at POB, but physical damage on a companion would not scale lightning strike, right? Or lightning spear. It would have to be at the beginning of the calculation. Physical damage. Like if the aura actually scales this, then lightning spear should be buffed as well. Dude, I hate the hunt. Oh, there's a checkpoint over there. Keep rolling. High velocity, you need scatter shot to be good. Scatter shot.
We're losing it. Gotta stay quick on my feet.
Oh, wait. Use that. So where was I? Good question. I was over here. I think we're heading this direction. Like over here, attack damage, physical, stun buildup, armor break, yeah. Looks like, sounds like all the things I want, right? What's going on here? Audience with the king. I'm not sure what that is even. Okay. Ritual Pinnacle. Ah. Content I've not experienced.
Somewhere. Time is short. Make haste.
Okay, let's keep trying what we're trying for now. We'll see about... Oops. Making changes. Eventually. Looks like I can update flasks. Let's do that. Wait, which one do we want? Great. We're also gonna get some spirit here soon, huh? Chaos resistance. Nice.
Don't drink the water.
I'll take any help I can get.
Alright, so now we go over to the zone we picked up. Oh yeah, 59. That was a big level for us. Let's pick those things up. So we got this now. That should help with the damage. And then boots. Where are they? This one. Oh, yeah. Physical. We'll do lesser. Iron. Okay. Nothing.
That here.
Nothing crazy here. Two stash full of spears. Wow. Yeah, so she's saying Apu. I always thought it was like hey you or something. I thought she was always talking to us. Didn't read the text. Okay. With the new crossbow, maybe this changes up a little bit.
Should ask Miss Falai about this.
What happened to my Roa? Did I lose spirit? How? I lost X. $133. It's pretty hefty. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, one of the keys to this, switching back and forth between the two weapons, is I really want a simple rotation. So right now there's one primary attack on spear and then one primary attack on crossbow. Once you start adding to that, it gets pretty awkward pretty fast. I'd like to try to avoid that. Let's see. Passives.
Yeah, new strategy required.
Okay. Nothing broke, right? This is pretty cool, though. The Roa. This is like a really good reason to go spear.
Ready to hunt? There, after the spirit.
Mapping, like if mapping with lightning spear on a Roa. Oof.
We're losing it. Right in the eye. Spirit guide us. Oh, well, maybe next time, eh? Well, that's one down.
I mean, I remember these rares in Act 3 being somewhat difficult to down. You know, it wasn't like I was blasting on my blood ritualist either. And this is lightning spear, so I don't know. I don't know what's out there where rares are just falling over during the campaign. The campaign still got some scaling issues or something, or it's just more difficult, doing less damage to single target. It's amazing how much damage lightning spear seems to do, but then it'll tickle the rares and the bosses, really. Okay, let's go that way probably. So what are we gonna do with the extra spirit on this character? I don't know. Haven't even thought about it. Oh, something broke again. What? How did I... 79 spirit all of a sudden. What the hell is going on? Wasn't this used up when I entered this map? It was. And why is this grayed out? Oh. What the hell? I'm on the Roa. What? 133 decks. I've only got 126. But I'm able to summon this thing? What's going on? I'm too tired to go back to town. Or I'm too annoyed, I guess, almost. Let's get the waypoint, and then I guess I'll go fix the issue. If there is an issue, I don't know if there is, really. Is this an issue? This row is bugged as hell. So what's the... Okay, so we got the waypoint here. Yeah. It's something. It's definitely something. Alright. I'm gonna fix it, I guess. It looked like it was fixed because the spirit reservation was used up when I did the changes in the passive tree. I feel like I'm gonna break my strength though. No. The crossbow requirements aren't that high.
What have you learned?
Need to make some changes.
Need one more, I think. It's bugged again. 133. There. Let's go. So we'll have 19 spirit left. Let's go get the spirit gem. Stuart ran into some extremely serious chaos one-shots today in Decay and hitting Grotto. Level 13 maps. Well, at least you're at 13s. I'm getting there, I hope. Alright, so the row is out. Our spirit is reserved. We got 19. It looks like I need to spend... I could do clarity or something, right? I don't know. We'll see once I get the gem and the spirit what we end up doing. I don't even know what we're going to end up doing. This is me just trying to figure out something that's going to work here. I wonder how armor-piercing rounds, if that can really start to chunk. And if we can continue to play around that armor break, I guess. I don't know. Delirious waifu level 83. And did you just like crush her anyways? You're doing super damage. Dude, this zone is easy. Never thought I'd say that. We're getting frenzy charges like crazy. Glad you can absolutely whiff with lightning spear and still have it hit everything anyways. Okay, here we go. We jump off. Make sure we reload our armor piercing rounds, break the armor, hit it with the shock. Oh, didn't get the shock. It's barrage this time. The thing is I never really know how much effort is required for everyone else. Like, during the campaign on my league start, I was very much concerned about the damage. But then I started hearing reports that this is normal, actually. Everybody's having low damage against, like, rares and bosses and stuff. And I'm like, but is it... Even hearing that, I was still concerned. I'm gonna miss a lot of loot on this build, I think. It's hard to stop just running.
Idiot.
See what's over here. So you ended up fighting. How many seconds did it take? Oh, I'm almost stunned off of this thing, guys. Is that true? So the stun buildup does not go down while you're on the Roa. Let's test this out. This could be a deadly test. Here we go. Okay, I got knocked off and I died. Okay. So that's what happens. It's true. They weren't lying about that. So you gotta get off the Roa to restore the stun. Wow, I'm already pretty high. You know what? I need to do my next ascendancy. Maybe I should go do that after this spirit. Damn it. Throw the spear, please. Thank you. You know what? I could have used a check mark. Oh, no, there wasn't a checkpoint.
We meet again.
Yeah, the single mob hit me a couple times and didn't really build anything up. Got impatient, died. Isn't that how it normally works, though? Got impatient, died.
No time to tarry. That's the one. Put it down.
Ah, light stunned. To death.
These bastards gotta pay for what they did to those children.
Can't believe I'm alive.
Back down or die.
I need a pin off. Get me out of here. This guy's pretty dangerous.
Simple enough.
Wow, that was exciting.
Before it slips away.
Oh, we got a empowered rare over here, I guess. Got to load my armor piercing. Is it dead? What's going on? God, this is the most awkward mechanic ever. It's a big letdown. The music, Delwyn, and then nothing. If it just literally fizzles.
I don't want your damn dark power.
All right, is the boss here?
Sure as hell use it against you.
Maybe up here. Maybe over there? Usually it's kind of centered up. Damn it. Gem. Got so many gems.
Idiot!
Roll! Oh no. I knew I was building up. I was getting greedy. They jumped me. Crap. This is fun. I won't be able to hit her at all. With anything, really. Surprised I hit her with that. Oh yeah, I got... This is what I need to do. Use the kit.
You're dead! Not yet. No mana.
Damn, okay. I'm running out of mana now. Oh god. Oh god. I'm almost out of health. Flask. Hell yeah. Nice. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What the? I got sucked into that somehow. Okay. I am out of flask. Shit. Oh god. I keep on getting... I'm in the wrong spot. Alright, yeah, it's another issue where I'm not used to being ranged. Yeah. Interesting. So when you're at range, that's a issue. Oh yeah, see? Yep. Oh god! No! Alright. We did it.
Taking children. That's where I
Ghastly Spear. Oh yeah.
rather awful stick. Ugh.
Interesting trade-off with Lightning Spear going into the end game, whether to use Tangle Tongue Unique Spear with its high crit or else a high physical DPS Spike Spear. Nice div drop. Second today. Holy crap. Ravenous, welcome. Alright, yeah, did that. That was a fun fight. I will say the patch is making for some fun fights in the campaign, that's for damn sure. Fights that were never an issue. I mean, I've had my issues on that one, but I've died bosses I've never died before in this patch. It's interesting. Okay, so one issue is we don't have a slot, so I can't just add another spirit gem. And we can't really add like a secondary attack. I think we continue. I'm just hopeful that this armor piercing rounds on its own, breaking armor and then shocked back and forth is actually enough to that we can actually scale that, I guess, is my concern. So we got quite a lot of spirit. I think the play with this character is we don't need a chess piece with spirit. We don't need like both of these things. But let's look at spirit gems. Dread banner. I don't think we run banners. I don't think so. Attrition, I'm not really feeling that right. I mean, right now it'd actually be pretty damn good. I should run that probably. But long term, I don't like the idea of attrition. You should be killing things faster than this is helping you, I think. Shard Scavenger. While active, consuming freeze, shock, ignite, or fully broken armor on an enemy reloads your crossbow, restores 1 cooldown use for your grenades, and grants a buff causing crossbow attacks to not consume bolts for a duration. Interesting. I've never looked at this. That might be actually pretty damn good on this build. Let's go to the Huntress. Where the hell is the Huntress? Why does this change all the time, it seems? Like it's always changing. Okay, there's the Huntress. The other idea is maybe to, instead of go Lightning Spear with this sort of build, is try out Blood instead. Trail of Caltrops. When you dodge. Trinity. No. Wow. Got a Forest Jeweler's Orb. Did you just get a div back to back? Like 2 divs back to back just now? That's crazy. What the heck? Yeah, it's a bug. Pick them up while you can. What's this? No. I don't think we do poison, even though we're doing armor break. Oh, the Plague Nova. The Plague Nova always poisons on hit. Okay. Herald of Plague. Yeah, I'd have to actually be doing poison. I've never messed with poison at all. Intelligence is an issue here. Yeah. What the hell happened here? Oh. Berserk grants 2% of physical attack. Leached his life per rage. No. Scavenged plating. I don't like the idea of having that either. I think it's Roa. I think it's... Or we didn't really consider Companion though, huh? Could do Companion or Roa, I think, with this build. What do you guys think? Roa or Companion? Votes? Any votes? Alright, let's go do the trial. Or at least try.
You?
Reduce movements on lightning spear. Companion if you prefer to control yourself and dodge roll and try to reach around 50%. MS. 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 I don't know what that means actually. Movement speed. Ah, God. With a haste aura. That'd be interesting. Let's pick up the poison one just in case. Oh, I have one on.
Don't drink the water.
Chaos. Do I have a chaos? Yes, I do. Let's put that on. We're gonna go into the trial. Nice. You anointed your amulet with the div you dropped. That's a good use for sure. It is amazing how expensive it is to anoint. So, I think we have to go to Act 3 normal, right? Yeah, I'm way over leveled. Okay. As usual. I skipped it. This one? No, I didn't get it, did I? Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's huge. I can't wait to anoint something.
An eager mercenary
God.
approaches in search of
I don't remember I don't think I anointed in PoE 2. I think that was in PoE 1 or something. I don't know. But damn, it is expensive. And now it has me thinking I better make sure I've got a neck piece that is gonna last a long time. Turrets, yeah, I think so.
slay them amongst the flames. Are you ready, challenger?
Always love a good
What do I do? Defeat the monsters?
Well, that's one
Crap.
down.
There we go. That is strange. The map shows that that's accessible.
Foul fool!
Okay. So where's the exit? Probably that area. It was weird looking. Yes. No. Up the elevator. Yeah, that's crazy. 3 divine. I dropped one in the campaign like last week. That was pretty cool. Look at this guy. Took a ride. So the boss is going to be interesting, I think, even though we're over leveled. We'll see.
This is just a warm-up. Lightning descends.
Do your mechanic and avoid the tornado. Yeah, for sure. Complete this. What it begin?
Survive.
Where's the lightning stuff though? This is how I prefer to do the trial, honestly. I don't want to mess around. Just do it later. Usually it's not till around Act 3 Cruel that you really want or need your ascendancy, in my opinion. Wilson, welcome back. Do I need other? I hope you can teach me how to do live on YouTube and showing your game. I've been wanting to try to do that. I have a webcam on my computer, but wonder how you do live and showing your game. Check out OBS, basically. O B Bravo S Sierra. But plenty of YouTube videos on it. That's what I did. I just went on YouTube and you could ask literally that question and YouTube will tell you. There's just so much for me to try to explain, and it would take a long time. I probably watched maybe, I don't know, 6 hours of YouTube content before I was setting things up my own, probably. I don't know. Critical hit chance, probably. Yeah. Let's do that.
Gossamer flesh and brittle bones.
Yeah, the OBS program, yeah, Bobius is right. That's the one where you're capturing, that's like my HUD. When I look over like this, I'm looking at OBS. Good luck. It's fun. I recommend it. I put it off, like I wanted to do it for years, but I was just scared. Kind of like in game, you know how I get scared of things and skip things and avoid things. I kind of do that sometimes in real life as well. Imagine that. So I wanted to do this like a long time ago. God dang, why do I keep missing with like... it's because they're moving, I guess. Oh, I'm supposed to escort the statue. I'm just killing things. Okay. Gotta read. Where is the statue? Way over here? I'm riding a Roa. I just want to ride the Roa, not do all this other stuff. Oh, now there's a blue aura. I don't think that was there. I don't recall that. Yeah, Row is better than D4 mounts. Honestly, I kind of like the format that they went with D4 with the overworld versus no overworld. My Blizzard account is still gone. I have the feeling that I'm never going to get it back. It's pretty sad. I gotta just keep bugging them or something. It's pissing me off.
Easy.
The overworld open map would be awesome in a PoE setting, yeah. Last season you wanted the catalyst that boosted attributes. This season it's the catalyst that boosts the already high adds X to X damage roll on your rings. Yeah, I'm running, oh, that's on my other character. My main has some pretty good add physical damage on the rings because it's a bleed build. It's huge. Yeah, my account, I hacked it myself on accident. So I never updated my cell phone. So I had a cell phone from like 20 years ago or something. And then I had, what is it? The app, when you try to log in, it sends something to the app in order to unlock it. There's a code. I forget what that's called. Always critical hit. Yeah, let's do Storm Caller Runes too.
Lightning always strikes.
And I don't even know what DFA means, honestly. But so I had that app, which is kind of tied to my account. And then I decided to change my email on my account on my computer. Once I did that, it triggered a authorization. Yeah, Authy app. It triggered an authorization to the app, but the app logged me out because I now had a different email. Tried to log into that app. That app sent an authorization. Is this the boss? Shit. So now I'm totally locked out. I can't update the authorization, can't update my anything. And then I go online and it's like, well, what's your cell phone number? We'll send a text. My old cell phone number on my account. So yeah, I'm screwed.
Let's dance,
A
bird.
bird will do anything to feed
Is this the bird? Shit, what the hell's going on? Is this the one that does the thing that I'm supposed to be scared of? Shit, it's doing a lot of things. I'm not really familiar with these bosses. Oh god. But yeah, I'm just chunking through it. I'm over leveled. It doesn't matter.
your vanity.
Good. Done.
Really taking to
That's
this.
how I like the trial to be. Just quick and easy. Get it over with. Multiple factor authentication. Yeah, that stuff. That's the blood bird, not a tornado bird. Okay. It's hard to tell the difference for me.
Go. Improve.
So here we get to see the ascendancy and decide the direction we're going, because
the altar and claim your reward.
having the Roa made me want to get in here. So up this tree, more pin buildup would be nice. Pinned enemies cannot perform actions. I mean, yeah, that'd be pretty strong. The other option, though, is increased armor and evasion rating, and then gain 100% armor as extra stun threshold, gain 100% evasion rating as extra ailment threshold. I feel like this is actually a tougher choice than you would think. Because riding a Roa, that would be pretty strong, I think. What's next? Armor and evasion, and then this one I don't really know how this plays out. I don't know if this is actually strong or not, honestly. This would be like pinned, and this is more mapping, more strong for mapping, I'd say. Yeah, the other thing is, I guess, if we're pinning enemies and they can't perform actions and we're doing it a lot, we probably don't really need to care about the stun as much anyways. You know what I mean? Technician. Alright, guys. Yeah, bring a sledgehammer to the trial party. I think pin is the way to go, because it kind of helps with both issues. It helps with this issue and makes this weaker, I guess. That's my line of thought.
I'm for the reward.
Do I have to do anything else? That's it. Pop it. That's extremely hard to pop, though. That's more test it live, I think.
Return. Go.
Okay, so we stash. Let's get rid of everything. Charms, one charm slot, one charm slot. So we haven't gotten lucky there yet. So where were we? All right, spirit. That's right. I don't know. We didn't really solve that, did we? I totally punted that. I got 59 spirit to spend. I think the answer is we don't worry so much about spirit. I think this is the lineup. Let's see. Gems. Vitality. Oh, man, I need to support that. What's going on with that? Let's put it here. This is what happens when I'm just like brainstorming and stuff. I neglect everything. So, what do we want there? We're not looping. I had magnified effect in there. I know that. What happened to that? Where did I put that? There's nothing here that would need that. What the hell happened to it? That's weird. Okay. Oh, Deadly Herald. Yeah, there we go. I love that one. Okay, and that's more spirit. So yeah, we're down to 19 now. And we're full. It's about as good as we can do. Okay. Let's get out of here. There was a suggestion earlier that oh wow, this dude looks badass. All right, that's a skin. That's a skin right there. Holy smokes. What a badass. Who is this? Dude. Ah, yeah. I need it. He thinks I'm weird. All right. That's the one. I need to find it. What was I totally lost my train of thought. I can't get it out of my head now. Paladin, man. Looks sick. Let's see here. It had to do with skills, right? Oh yeah, someone had a suggestion. Let's look at skill gems real quick. Cluster grenade. I feel like adding a grenade would be pretty cool. Siege, I need a lower level gem, I think. Try a 14.
Siege Cascade fires a bolt at each enemy in the target area. The bolts rain down. Siege
Seems like more AoE stuff. I don't want that.
Blast takes a long time to charge, but deals devastating amounts of damage. It pierces through all enemies.
I don't like charges. I don't like standing there charging.
Multiple smaller grenades when they explode.
It's more AoE. Shock burst round. This is the one.
Rounds explode if they hit a shocked enemy.
Ooh.
Reload manually by using
Ooh, there might be some synergy here.
rounds explode.
Yeah, this was the recommendation. Let's try it out. So, armor piercing. And then we'll put in... Let's put in just martial tempo. What else? There might be a little synergy here that I didn't see. I've not played with the crossbow at all, so this is all pretty new. Yeah, I like it. Let's just do that. Try it out. We'll keep this on us in case. Let's get out there. If they weren't nerfed to the ground, they do bonkers DPS. Let's go test it out. I'm excited. Guess I gotta go here. Glacial Bolt is stronger than you expected. Stuart used a Val Orb on my helm and got a free 25 more Spirit. Used a Val Orb on awesome 260 DPS Spirit and it bricked it. Oh god, that sucks. Check guild stash. There might be some stuff in there to recover for spears. All right, so
You're dead.
I like that it's rapid fire. We're gonna have to find a rare. Is my Roa dead? Yeah, it's dead. Let's ride the Roa. Try to find a rare. Pinned. Yeah, we're gonna have more pin. They can't do anything now. So even range, they're just gonna stand there if they're still alive. I'm starting to like this. Let's hope that Shock Burst is better. We'll see. Yeah, Eth has like 2 stash tabs full of spears as well.
Pretty, but I'm not touching a damn thing round here.
Look at that. They can't do anything. It's a defensive layer attached to my offensive weapon. I like it. And it loads frenzy charges, which buffs my offense. So I like defense and offense packed into like one thing, or like in, yeah, it's baked in. Oh my god, dude. Let's pick up the utility belt. So the key here is to make sure that the enemy, the target is shocked, and then use Shock Burst. And then switch back to the spear.
I knew it. We meet again.
And we can afford to spam Lightning Spear a lot more, even though we're using Volt, because we're going to have frenzy charges like crazy. Oh, this is a rare. We should do our thing. Is it shocked? Where are you? Oh. Does it? Oh, does it? It doesn't consume the shock either. That is nice. Okay. Is this the thing? I don't. Oh well, this is a rare too. Let's go kill it.
Avoid breathing round here.
Dude. This is sick. Oh yeah. Damage has increased. Oh yeah. Thank you for the suggestion. I forget who that was. I'm trying to remember actually. Damn it, who was that? Pika, yes. Thank you. I'm glad you spoke up. Thank you for that suggestion. I like it a lot. It's probably gonna be in the build. Ah, I'm so happy because it synergizes so well. I was a little concerned about the synergy earlier. Okay. Yeah, we have easy shock. I'd say we have easy shock, that's for sure.
No chance of
Check.
stopping this lot. They're long gone.
This is good, man. All right, now what? And now that we're we don't have armor piercing, this is stronger now. Anything lightning, I was avoiding this elemental wheel, but now it's on the table. Yeah, that's good. So now we're not really breaking armor. Hits. Oh, well, our hits can break with this. We could even add armor break to this. Yeah. And then we get both debuffs. I'm cooking, guys. Why am I not hitting this? Oh, yeah, it's got proximal.
Vile creature!
Damn, that's a... You just went and bought a spear? Let's see. I guess we go this way. Ooh, this has been fruitful. We are online for the end of campaign here, I think. Now the only real thing with the row is the fact that when we jump off, or one, that we have to jump off if we're doing single target. And then two, guess I'll get this, huh? I have to remember to reload on the roll. Like, as you roll, you have to hit R, like right there. Not a huge issue, just something to remember. Get it into the muscle memory. Yeah, for anybody looking for a guild, we actually started one. We're in trade. That's where I am right now. Essentially, start by joining the Discord, which is where we chat all things PoE, basically, and just hang out. And then in the guild, essentially, for me, it's been really useful or helpful and fun because I'm trying to do all these builds and characters and everything, so it has accelerated my process and progress there. So I am happy that we actually did that. I was kind of on the fence about starting a guild, but it's been great. All right, so we get the shock online, easy peasy. I forgot to, yeah, it's doing pretty good damage here. So now, okay. Look at the damage. That's good stuff. Oh, we're not shocked. We need to make sure we're shocked. There we go. Gotta make sure he's shocked. That's all. He's still annoying as shit, though. Like, would you just stand still and let me plug you full of like, electrified bullets? How about that?
You're dead.
God damn you. There we go. So a pin is basically an electrocute now too. And if we can somehow add electrocute, We've got 2 electrocutes. God damn, this boss is so annoying. Holy shit. So I can't shock the pillar, so a little less damage here. Oh my god. Did I get it? Finally. He's not shocked yet. What's going on? There we go. Alright, I might want to turn on the shock, like support lightning spear with more shock chance. Seriously. There we go, finally. Oh, shock duration. That'd be good too. Yes, okay. Starting to cook. So we'll look into that a little bit. But overall, that boss is always hard for like any build that's trying to build up for something to actually get it off. Because he is such an annoying dude.
I just know it.
Turn shock into electrocution. Yeah. But on lightning spear, that would be bad for us because we have to get shock for shock burst rounds. But and this one, let me see what this is doing actually. If we could put electrocution on the shock burst rounds, what does it do naturally? Really wish this paused. What does this do? So this is, yeah, we need to put electrocute on this somehow. With the support probably, once we get more links. Katilko gloves. Turn shock into electrocution. As long as I also get shock somehow though, that's the issue. Oh, we got a rare.
You're dead.
Yeah, melting compared to with armor piercing rounds. Cool. What am I missing this guy?
One down. Who's next?
Oh, it does both. Nice. Okay, yeah, we need to look into that. I don't know, guys. I feel like this build is coming together kind of nicely. And there's room. There's still room to theory craft and get things online. I'm probably ready for a spear update, though. Let me, I need to check my stash. I've got one sitting there waiting for me. I forgot what level it's at, though. Might be 62. Did I pick it up? No. All right, guys, I'll be right back. I think I might take this build into hardcore.
Oh, it's warm.
It's not super OP. I mean, the AoE clear is pretty OP, but other than that, it's not like OP for bosses, really. So it should still be pretty fun. Be a chance to actually test it out.
Now this is a find. A Baal ruin that hasn't been looted? No one from camp has managed to make it to this part of the jungle and survive. And this mechanism... Oh, goodness.
Of course.
I'm dead. I forgot about these guys. I was taking a drink. I actually forget about them quite often. I usually feel like that's a natural pause to take a drink, check the time or the weather or something, and I always end up almost dying. Yeah, none of the spirit gems are bossers, really. There's nothing really for spirit gems that improves your single target in a meaningful way, really. It's kind of frustrating to me. I just feel like sometimes the bossing stuff, it almost seems like it's just for late game. That's for when you've really scaled your build or whatever, but there isn't a whole lot that really helps you in the campaign. Oh shit, I'm supposed to do my thing.
You're dead.
Oh my god. Okay. Jeez. That was bad. That was a good death too, though. Nice little combo. Some of these deaths in trade, like if I go out that way in hardcore, man, I'd be pretty frustrated. But I am taking this a lot more lightly, I guess. Obviously. So. Yeah, you look away for two. I also looked away for 2 seconds. That's exactly what I was thinking. So is that the one that I was gonna get? I thought there was one over here. So this is where I died, right? Where's the rare? Does it reset completely? Guess it does. The map doesn't, but the mobs. I will say I feel I don't know how I feel, but earlier today I was watching a VOD of a stream, someone else, and they died at the Miller. And I just chuckled because so many times I felt like I was gonna die right there. Just right off the bat at the Miller, the bloated Miller. So far, I've not, as far as I can recall, yeah, I don't think I've actually bitten the dust there. So yeah, it happens. It's fun. Game is, it's got a lot of one-shot potential, that's for sure. Looked away for 2 seconds. This guy has one-shot potential as well, huh? I'm in trouble.
Need a sec.
Damn you. Let me throw my spear. Thank you.
Not yet.
Why? What's going on? What's he doing? Ooh, I'm dead. Okay. So that's death. Don't stand in that. All right. It is kind of switching between the two abilities like this and constantly monitoring the shock is kind of a little mini game, I'll say. It's not your right click build, right? There's definitely a rotation going on here. Let me spear you. Just let me spear you. Yeah, I need shock duration. That would be good. More shock. Like, I don't want to have to throw so many spears for shock. There we go.
This'll hurt.
Is that the one? No, that's not the one. It's funny, in this patch you get to see all the boss abilities that you missed. Like, we're experiencing the game. The vision, as they say. So that's the one! God damn it! Frozen into that again. Or, I don't know if he was frozen last time, but damn. Alright. I'm getting seated for sure. So I cannot back up like that and be at range. Got to be able to roll away or through him on that one. And I don't know what the telegraph is yet. Seriously, I don't. Because he was frozen. I was actually trying to pay attention. Okay. All right, is he just gonna turn around and do it after this freeze? Okay. Let's stay close. Don't back up. This is about when he does it. Great. Right there, probably. No. Oh, now. Oh, that's kind of smooth. He does fire around him so that you back up. Does he do the big fire after that every time? Come on. All right, cool. We got him.
Your job's long over me,
Okay.
mate. Take a rest.
Yeah, usually he's dead in 2 seconds. Wow. And I'm usually not range. I don't remember having an issue with him on my blood ritualist. I was probably hugging him and was just able to get out of it, but I didn't realize he lays that fire around his feet. So since I died, I dropped this, huh? Oh god. Gotta load the right round after the roll. But yeah, there's a lot going on with this build, I think. It's not simple. It's not overly complicated either, though. Call of the week, yeah. My bars are full. I've got no room for anything. We had to get rid of disengage again, which is kind of sucks. No movement ability. Damn it. Where the hell am I supposed to go? I guess down here and then over. Or maybe it's over here. See, he's stuck. I had to roll through that. Yeah. It's a lot of DPS. Let's get back on the row. Dang it. The levels and all the shit that can trip you up, it gets frustrating sometimes. You notice it a lot on the Roa because you can't roll. Maybe that's it. Is that it? Probably. Yeah, I think so. All right, Bobbies, take care. Have a good night. Thank you for joining. It's nice hanging out with you. There it is. I couldn't interact with that on the Roa. Some things you can, some things you cannot. It'll be interesting jumping back into hardcore, though, for sure. Especially with this patch. Yeah.
Miss Valai will know what this is about.
We'll see how much I can get back into that mode and not struggle so bad. What we've learned. All right, yeah, this is a wide open map like this is what you're after. This is just crazy. Evasion armor is the way. Yeah, that's what I've been running on my main. Like, I have not touched. I don't think I literally don't think that I've had one ES the entire time. And it's not bad. I feel pretty tanky, and I don't even have a whole lot of ES or evasion. I'm in T8 maps now. So we'll see how that goes. Been pretty good. With spears, like, you really need your strength and your dexterity for the tributes, so it's kind of hard to actually equip ES gear anyways, because you're light on intel most likely. So that's kind of why I went that route. Out of necessity, pretty much. Did I get both of them? Yes, I did. No, I did not. I really prefer the shields nowadays with the one-handed spear. I hope they add like a one-handed sword. I think having the shield with the percentage block chance and also the stats that come on shields, it's pretty strong for defenses. Where is this damn thing? Oh, I see it. It's over here.
Not today.
Alright, I could not shock this dude for some reason.
Simple enough. This needs a soul core that's a bit bigger. Yee! Oh. Is it supposed to spark like that? Should have stayed dead.
Okay. Let's do another boss. Man, maybe we do the Viper real quick. Or no, it's not the Viper, yeah. We're not there. I skipped like 3 zones. Getting ahead of myself. Movement speed is your #1 defensive layer. That makes sense. Okay. Alright. I guess I should get some lightning resist probably. I've not been looking at resists at all. Maybe we can put this on. Nothing broke? Good. Alright, we're getting rid of this. Don't need that anymore. Shock. Alright, let's see here. It's time to 3-link. So I guess we do less damage. I don't know how I feel about that. More damage shocks more as well. So there's a trade-off there. Shock. 100% increased shock duration, less chance to shock. Yeah, I don't like that one. I'd rather have more chance to shock, actually. Yeah, Tactician, I'm just pinning everything down. Oh yeah, as a defensive layer? True. That's my defensive layer. Let's just try this out. So... 215. Looks like lightning infusion. And then... I feel like we link this thing. We're going all in on shock burst. And I think I'm gonna go with electrocute. Where did it go? Okay. Let's do it. Tactician crossbow. Hell yeah. So am I. It's nice. Whoops.
Ominous. Miss for life.
We need to use the waypoint. Let's see here. Let's go do a boss.
Oh, ominous. Miss Verlai will know what this is about.
I haven't been using my spear field at all.
This is the largest soul core I've ever.
That's rage. Rage helps. It's kind of hard to fit that in the mix, though. Like, again, I think we get rid of spear field. It's also a melee ability. It hasn't been useful, so then that opens up something. We'll figure that out. I think spear field goes away.
The soul core is charged. Why don't you do the honors? Oh dear. Now we just have to remove it from that giant construct. Good luck.
Rapid lightning!
What the hell? The game's freezing up. Okay, we got the shock right off. That's what I like to see. One clip, basically. So, shock and then one clip. Get the reload. Reapply shock. One hit shock. One clip. Repeat. Yes. Yes. What else? Now I've got my, I need to empower my shots. I need to not die. Why? Sometimes it's hard to actually hit with this rapid fire crossbow. Like, it doesn't want to register that I'm clicking this dude's head. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Not bad.
Called that one, didn't I?
Cool. I'm liking it. This is playing better and better. Yeah, let's get rid of Spearfield. There's just not enough room. There's like no room for any other ability here. You want to go back, forth, and not have any other distractions. So the question, oh, disengage. Yeah, fuck yeah. Dude, oh. Yes. That's gonna be good. Disengage. Where are you? It's in the D section. So Rake is no more, or Spearfield. Disengage. Pin. Huh. What else? What's good for that? Let's see. What does the game say? Can't think. Yeah, unyielding. I think. Yeah. Oh wow, shocked support skills create shocked ground. Oh, when they critically hit though. No, unyielding. Use voltaic mark. Ooh. Dang, that's a good idea too, huh? How long does that last though? Again, mixing in anything other than emergency reload, barrage. Yeah, I like the idea though. Damn. We'll put this in the bag. How do I have two of the same support gen? Oh, what the hell? How did this happen? Did I? So I had disengaged this whole time? Man, what? When did that happen? I thought I switched out of it. Okay. Weird. So, voltaic mark. Let's see, spear. That's not here, that's in the ranger area. Yeah. So what does it do? More chance to shock, increased effect. 8 seconds. Yeah, that's gonna be... We'll put it on the bar. It's gonna be difficult for me to throw this into the rotation that we're doing, I think. And then we could do persistence, or is it persistence? Yeah, let's do that. We'll just do that one for now. Wow, I had a 3 slot disengage. All right. So now Q, I guess, will be mark. I never raise my shield. I'd rather mark with my mouse. I guess I'll have raise shield on my bar even though I never use it. It's kind of a trope. But now I want... So, yeah. All right. We're good. Gotta go down here. Oh no, we go over to here. Yeah, 2 disengage. I don't know how that happened. I've been switching things around so much, I totally forgot what I had. Infested Barons. You got 165 Exalt Omen of Whittling. Damn, dude. And 2 divs. No, 3 divs, right? What the hell? Game's bugged. They said they were... Did they say they were improving drop rates? I don't think so. That's a crazy day of farming, basically. All right, so I guess we get back on the Roa.
This is gonna get ugly. You're dead!
So,
The first of many, no doubt.
damn, dude. The Tactician is pretty strong. The pin on this, I never really thought pin would be so good. Like when I read it and last season, never really messed with it. Look at this, man. Trivial. Guess I have to
Back down or die!
blow him up real quick. Lesser Jewelers right there. And they cannot perform actions now when they're pinned. They just stand there and die. They either die immediately or stand there ready to die. One of the two. And then I just ride through everything. Did I just go in a circle somehow? Yeah. I've never done that on this map before. Wonder if that's a new feature with they changed this map up a little bit. I don't care about them. Oh. Well, I'd say Vault or Lightning Spear or something is getting nerfed, at least by next patch. I don't know if they come in and do it. Like, with all the nerfs that they did and the state of the game and everything, I doubt that they come in and nerf anything for this league. So I guess enjoy it while it lasts. So I've not really seen much of the lightning strike or lightning spear play. Like the actual build with the Amazon. But I'm liking this one. I know this is a bit different. Damn. This might be my hardcore character, guys. I still gotta try Smith the Katava. Maybe I do that one in trade. And just take this guy, since this is something that I essentially am building through hardcore. I'd like to do that. Last season, I ran with the mercenary stat stacker. This season, maybe I take my own concoction out to hardcore and beat the game. Yeah, the snake thing, right? Serpent's Fury. That's a melee ability. For this mercenary, because of the tree and how I built it out, I really would like to stay all range. That's kind of an assumption I'm making. No melee.
You're dead!
and because of the pinning, right? Also, it's only on your ranged attack. So there's a lot of there's a few reasons why I don't want to do melee, even though it's super strong. Get back on the Roa, ride off into the sunset. It's funny, I do feel like, you know, some of their nerfs or some of their... Let's see. They made this map smaller. Great. It needed it. But then you get in and it's like, how much smaller did you actually make it? Like 2% smaller or something? Like what? And then there's another one that's kind of like that. Oh yeah, the light stunning. We've made it so that you get light stunned less. Awesome. Really needed that too.
There we go.
But how much less? Like 5% less? All right, where do we go? Do I have... I'm not even picking up anything. We're blasting.
Many stairs. With all their cleverness, you'd think they'd have made some sort of elevator.
Plasma Blast. I need to look at Plasma Blast. I don't even know what that is. I've never played crossbow, really. All right, so... Oh, yeah, down here, okay. I've never played Plasma Blast.
I recommend. Good luck.
Well, I think that's it, guys. So we made it here. I'm gonna get the waypoint real quick.
There's a
But yeah, we're gonna finish out this character probably tomorrow, same time as usual, and finish out the, I guess, the campaign build, and then we'll be working on this guy in maps for an endgame build. Thanks for joining. I had a lot of fun. Hope to see you next time. Again, join the Discord if you want to hang out outside of the streams. Take care. Have a good night.